What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series, Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screeners to this new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This part 1 does not excite me one bit. Having watched these episodes, I gotta say, if this is how part 1 is, then color me not enthusiastic for what's gonna subsequently happen. The Fellowship of the Ring wannabe storyline is convoluted and dull. The humors are juvenile and cringy, and the characters are way too preachy, and the emotional beats are rigid and forced, and some of the voices are just wrong for the part. The only redeeming quality is the old school 2D animation style that's reminiscent of those retro Saturday morning cartoons that many of us grew up watching. And to top it all off, let me ask you, would you like it if you watch a Superman show in which Superman is the third or fourth supporting role? Would you be happy if you watch a Loki series where Loki barely shows up at all? Because if the answer is no, then odds are you are not gonna like Masters of the Universe Revelation. Executive produced and showrun by Kevin Smith, the war for Eternia culminates in Masters of the Universe Revelation, an innovative and action-packed animated series that picks up where the iconic characters left off decades ago. After a cataclysmic battle between He-Man and Skeletor, Eternia is fractured and the Guardians of Grayskull are scattered. And after decades of secrets tore them apart, it's up to Teela to reunite the broken band of heroes and solve the mystery of the missing sword of power in a race against time to restore Eternia and prevent the end of the universe. If you don't know anything about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, then you're shit out of luck. I'm not trying to be mean, but this show does very little to help you ease into the mythology. The thing that they hope would resonate with you is the girl power aspect, which honestly I don't think is sufficient enough to do the trick. Look, I got no problem with putting the female characters forward front and center. I genuinely think that Teela deserves her own spin-off show. But I very much doubt that Teela and friends are what the fans have come to want to see here. And I also think that Kevin Smith applies too much of his brand of comedy onto this show, or onto these characters. Don't get me wrong, I've met Kevin a couple of times, and he's a big, lovable, hilarious nerd. But you don't need to inject puns where you don't need them, because it would just make the characters come off looking silly, and you can't take them seriously. I got nothing against Sarah Michelle Gellar, but she does a terrible voice acting. She sounds like she's doing a table read, thus failing miserably in her attempt to breathe life into Teela. And again, as I implied earlier, the story is confusing and hard to follow. By the time you hit episodes 3 and 4, this show has a difficult time of maintaining its momentum. And they think that enough time has passed for us to connect with the characters, but they would be sorely mistaken. By then, I still could not care less about some of their untimely outcomes. The whole time I'm thinking maybe Kevin Smith is pulling our legs. Maybe this part 1 might be a trick. I mean, this cannot possibly how he intends on reintroducing He-Man to today's generation, right? But sadly, this was Kevin's plan all along, and I'd be shocked if it was well received by the fans.